Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another example of Tales of the Yawning Portal. We'll be starting the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachon. I'm probably badly mispronouncing it. And joining us today, we'll have repeat people joining us. Let's go ahead and, first, they were all approached by the Order of the White Lily. Was it the Order of the White Lily, Roland? From your
Yeah, the Alabaster Lily.
Alabaster Lily. The Order of the Alabaster Lily to go and visit this new temple complex that was recently been unearthed. Some of the islands in the Eritrean Sea were known to be quite jungleless and have ancient civilizations. One of them in particular was a trading outpost by the Kingdom of Westmark. And due to a recent hurricane storm that blew away some of the jungle, took away some of the trees, and blew some of the dirt away, thus removing and revealing this new hidden temple that had never been there, that was believed to be from an ancient civilization known as the Olman tribe that used to live on these islands. However, whenever they sent down an archaeology team to look into it, they never returned. Feeling the best way to go about doing this, they approach you all to offer an armed escort to their man on the ground, Illinois Jim, who is an expert in all things Oldman. You have been hired for 1,000 gold pieces to take him, run him through there, and bring him back upon return to get 1,000 gold pieces. And you have been sailed all the way in the nice warm waters of the Eritrean Sea and arrived at the dock where you meet up with Illinois Jim. As you go ahead and get off the dock, go ahead and introduce yourself, your character, and why he would have taken this. Let's go ahead and start with the longest lived character so far. Christopher, introduce Rick Rose and yourself. And you may be muted. Still muted.
Yeah, sorry. I'm introducing myself to the NPC or to the party?
Both.
To YouTube.
I heard you had a contract for us, or for me in particular. I'm a rogue of particular talents.
Well, I
came
don't
back.
Rogue, but
What?
yes, a skilled man, capable.
Yes, a skilled. Yeah, I'm trying to not say thief outright, but a man of particular talents, and my companions, the ones I at least have already met, would be Lone Hunter and Azrog, or not Azrog,
Shardock, Dragon Slayer.
the Dragon Slayer.
Yes, but as you recall, we were looking for men of particular talents. Can one of your stature hold up? Just FYI, the guy's wearing black leather, black fedora. He's got a whip on his side.
Oh God. Is it wrong to threaten him with an enchanted rapier for this slight?
Maybe like somebody, but he's actually quite frail and unhelpful. And
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Trust me, I can fend for myself awful well.
Okay, little halfling, if you insist. I've often heard of you people being quite widery and skillful, and able to crawl into some of the dark tunnels that surely will meet. Oh, and then you tall man. Yes. What's your name? Go ahead and introduce yourself, Charles, and your character, Lone Hunter. And you may be muted as well.
Lone Hunter comes walking off the boat. You see that he Stands 8 foot tall, looks to be about 340 pounds, has brilliant long copper red colored hair and beard, has a beautiful forest green tunic trimmed with buckskin and buckskin pants. The tunic covers a chain shirt that you see if you catch at certain angles. It has a forest green hooded cloak. You'll notice a longbow, 2 short swords, a great sword, 4 daggers, and a great axe that he's carrying around with him. As far as that, he comes on down and he comes with his swagger and he grips this gentleman's hand and says, "Thank you for the opportunity to settle scores for my mentor."
Oh, well, look, he grabs your hand and shakes it too, and you're crushing it almost accidentally. He's like, oh, yeah, yes. Tries to pull your hand away.
And
You're much obliged. I'm glad to see one as big as you. Surely you will be able to guard me well. That, in case you haven't heard, many other people from the Alabaster Lily who have ventured down into here have not come back. So I fear for safety. However, a strong man like you, surely you can. Well,
yeah, one quick question. When we were hired, I know we were to protect them and bring them on back, but was there a stipulation to bring them back alive or just bring them back?
I mean, they may not have particularly said to bring him back alive, but
okay, as long as they didn't stipulate that, then that's how Lone Hunter will process it for decision-making processes.
They may not have said bring him back alive, just to take him through there, guard him, and bring him back. Yeah, that's probably all they would have said. Okay.
And Lone Hunter ended with saying, "Have you seen the child? We had a child with us.
Oh, yes.
He may have scampered off."
Yes, he introduced himself first. Well, I mean, he's small, and, these ruins can often have quite crooked, narrow places that are difficult to get to. I'm sure he could slip through quite easily. He will be of use, I'm sure.
Yes, even though he's a small child, and we have seen in the past that he's had some use.
Yes, and then I've heard of you. You're the Dragon Slayer, are you not, Shardak? Go ahead and introduce yourself, Roland, your character.
I nod, mic in my hand. I say, "That's correct. My name is Shardak, and I'm just wearing common clothes like traveling gear and a great axe. And I'm a half orc, not as big as a Goliath, but I'm a half orc, so I'm quite tall, muscular, short, cropped hair with like a kerchief around my neck, so I could pull it up over my face, and you could see that it's like caked with road dust. And I say, "What is the reason that you're going to this place?"
Oh, well, intellectual curiosity, to be sure. I've been studying this ancient Olmec culture for quite some time, and it's quite fascinating. I find it's extremely fascinating how the modern natives of this land are now more snake worshippers, so to speak. In case you hadn't heard anything about, that horrible to-do that happened a year ago in my first ever one-shot, the Bride of the Serpent cult. Yes, there was snake men had infiltrated and were taking over these native folks due to some ancient religion, not quite as ancient as these Olmens. So this is quite fascinating how they developed from one to the other. Now, I'm sure that besides the intellectual curiosity that I shall be stated, we shall probably also find items of antiquity that we may be willing to allow you to take as long as they are not great historical value. Some of these items may even help us make our way through this land. Apparently, some of my other brothers have not returned, so the Olmans were known to be great crafters, and maybe some of the items they have crafted are necessary for defeating some of the horrors they may have left in there. So they may be yours to keep as well. We shall see. Oh, and then, who and what are you? As his eyes get wide, looking as strolling down the gangplank from the ship is, go ahead and introduce yourself, Mark, and your character, Meowtrix.
Unmute. Very good. Yes, I just stroll up to him. I'm not particularly impressive physically. I picture myself somewhat of a calico sort of situation, and whatever the cat equivalent of pasty, that's what you're looking at. Just plain clothes, no weapons of any kind. And I approach, put out my hand, maybe do a little bow. Meowtrix the All-Knowing, perhaps you've heard of me.
Unfortunately, no, I have not. All-knowing. Really? That's a bold statement coming towards a man from a scholarly organization. How learned are you in the Omen culture?
Well, my treatises and books are well known throughout the world, printed in 3 languages, I will have you know. Not a big reader.
Oh, no. I'm a huge reader. What were the books pertaining to?
Well, of course, my work on the druids called Heirs of the Solstice. Quite popular. Quite well known in all the best libraries.
Oh, let's see, that would explain why I'm not big on astrological knowledge at all. The solstices and the druidic arts aren't necessarily my thing of concern. I'm more into the ancient world of antiquities that have long since vanished from more common knowledge.
Well, perhaps you've heard of my other works, including Phantoms and Serpents. Or Slaves to the Void. I have names for all my books. I have many. So anyway, so I'm a little bit annoyed that he hasn't heard of me, but
well, as soon as I get back to civilization, away from this tropical outpost, I'll be sure to look them up in the great library of Westmont.
Yeah, see that you do.
And
might be a little education for you. But let's get on our way. I'm looking forward to working on my new book on this ancient civilization.
Yes. I have arranged plenty of supplies already. It's bright and early now, so the trek, I've been on this trek many times exploring the outpost. There are some Ophic villages nearby. We'll have to keep out of their way and their sight, unfortunately, because of the the snake cult thing that started from last year. It was stamped out, but there's still some lingering aspects of it. It is best to avoid them at the time.
Yes, of course. I'm very familiar.
Okay. Does anybody require any special gear before we set
out? No, but I heard, do I have a wand of magic missiles? Is that correct?
Why, yes, you do.
Okay. Let's see if I can find that. Wand of magic missiles. There we go.
You got everything on PDF for you?
I got it here on Hero Lab. So 7 charges, full charges?
Yeah, it's full.
All right. Got it.
And it is extremely hot. It is extremely humid. It's one of the first things you've noticed as you've entered. And as you go away from the port side, you really do miss the nice salty sea breeze coming in off the ocean. But as you head into the jungle, that is all but disappeared, and you are left nothing with the hot, humid stank of a tropical island. The mosquitoes and such like that swarm around you. You can often see, often in the trees, blurring out little flying serpents darting around, hunting insects and other mosquitoes, maybe small birds. Not very big. Most of them are 2 feet long or so. But Illinois Jim will caution you to be careful, no sudden movements. Some of them are quite poisonous, but generally they will ignore you as long as you do not threaten them. There are also brightly colored flowers here and there, and then the brush. The canopy of the trees, though, is quite thick, and it's almost dim light, even though it is nearing now high noon as you make your way farther into the dark jungle. The leaves are quite big and broad and flat, not at all with the little like bronze or prickly things like the maple leaf. So they're all one big leaf, like most tropical things are. To most of you, that will be quite uncommon, especially the Goliath. I believe you're from more of a mountainous Arctic setting with the more pine needles and such like that. To you, this is all quite foreign. And then, just after noon approaches, I shall now read to you from this bullcrap right here. As you head towards the Pyramid Temple, you tread across cracked and overgrown flagstones, stepping over fallen and shattered pillars, pushing aside vines and briars. When you are nearly at the temple, the sound of creatures crashing through the underbrush comes from behind you. You turn around to see people moving through the woods towards the clearing around the pyramid. Then, suddenly, the earth shudders, and gates open beneath your feet, and you are falling amid the roar of collapsing masonry. Dust fills the air, and the sunlight disappears as the darkness swallows you. I know. Forgive the railroadiness of it.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
You land unharmed, though, as the dust and debris and everything comes around you. And here is what you are. You are in a long, narrow chamber, running east to west. In the center of this apartment, is a dome shape. On the floor in the east wall is a blank-faced stone door. The west end of the room is blocked by fallen stone and rubble, apparently the result of a collapse. The two side walls appear to have several niches cut into them. The shape of the center of the chamber appears to be a small alcove, protected by a half dome with the open end facing towards the door in the east wall. This alcove is set in a recessed shallow tiled well, 1 foot deep and 10 feet wide. The alcove itself is 4 feet high. The recess contains some sort of display. The display appears to be a diorama depicting a hunting party of Olman warriors in feathers and deer-hide garments in a mountainside scene. Some have pulled down a stag with the aid of a dog. Another group is cleaning a small mule deer, and others have cornered a panther with their spears. A scout watches the other from an outcropping above. He holds a metal staff with a loop in its end. It looks like a shepherd's crook. The 3 niches on both sides of the northern and southern walls are 5 feet wide and about 3 feet off the floor. Each of these contains a diorama depicting some aspect of tribal life. The 6-inch tall figures in all the displays appear to be made of stucco, realistically and brightly painted. The scenes portrayed present fishing, farming, religion, warfare, the creation story, and crafting. cave-in completely blocks the west end of the chamber. At short intervals, small amounts of rubble and dirt come spilling into the room. Several large stones appear to have wedged themselves slightly, closing the collapse. You also notice that the air is thick. There's an actual amber-type mist clinging all around. It kind of burns and hurts your lungs a little bit. Would you all please make me a nature check? Or, if you would prefer, it says something in here. It gives you another one. Nature, yeah. Everybody give me a nature check.
Lone Hunter has an 18.
I have a 12.
All right, Lone Hunter.
We're going to start it off right with a 27.
Okay.
Nat 20 first roll. I'm going to wish I had rolled it later.
Both Meowtrix and Lone Hunter, at the minimum, know that this amber mist that is kind of choking, and you all definitely can tell that it is poisonous. It's not immediately poisonous. It will take some amount of dwelling around in here to be seriously damaging to you, but it will. You will die if staying down here long enough. AKA, especially you, Meowtrix, will know that you will take some damage every hour you are down here due to the poison.
Gentlemen, it is imperative that we find egress. The air itself is against us.
Lone Hunter say, you know what? Fluffy's correct. That air, it's not the best thing for us. And he's going to look back at Indianapolis there. And Elder, you doing okay? Need a little help, old man?
This air is foul. But no, the fall from, oh my, how far was that up there? Oh, I can't even see the top anymore. It must have closed up or something as we go, but the dirt and debris just kind of like hitting tree branches as you came down. I'm uninjured. Just a little startled and taken aback. Oh, this air is foul.
And after that, Lone Hunters looking at the mural will say, I've done that. I've done that successfully. These people in this picture, they're a lot like my people. They like to hunt and game and keep score.
Oh, yeah, yes, great warrior. The Ullmans were excellent hunters and craftsmen, as you can look and tell from these other niches. They were quite skilled in everything. But,
Though Meowtrix mutters under his breath about how Lone Hunter will have difficulty calling me Fluffy when he's a hamster. And I want, just basically investigate the dioramas, see if I can. I mean, is there a way out of here? Is there a door?
There's a door
anything?
on the east wall. The west wall, the west area has been completely caved in. However, the door on the east wall has no door handle.
The child. I've seen him do things in our last grand episode and with strange doors and stuff. He has nimble little fingers. The child does.
Oh, God.
Now, the door is carved with a sun symbol and appears to open into the room. There are hinges on this side and scratches on the floor. No visible lock or handle on it. although a slight gap stretches across the top of the door. 8 holes seem to have been bored into the door. They are about an inch in diameter, but nothing can be seen in them. The door seems to be fairly thick. The lintel is arched with a keystone at the top.
I want to cautiously investigate the area.
Give me a either perception or investigate check.
I'm gonna do investigation, and it's 17.
You still cannot find any sort of handle or anything.
And no traps for sure.
You do not find any traps.
I found no
So-
handle and no traps.
I take a closer look at these holes in the door. These are just holes that would fit. They're not like keyholes.
They are not.
Okay.
Or at least not.
Can I want to take my my 10-foot pole that I actually brought.
Hell
You have to. And just poke it into one of those holes or a couple of those holes. Does it? How far back do they go?
Is your they're not very deep. The holes aren't very deep. You can tell just by looking at them that they're not deep. Is your pole more than 1 inch in diameter?
I don't think. Man, you think Wizards of the Coast has that figured out? How thick is it? How thick is a 10-foot pole?
Oh, we could whittle it down on one end if we have to.
There you go. I'm sure it's not more than an inch.
Can you use an arrow shaft?
Yeah, that'll work too.
Piton,
He says they're not very deep, though. They're just. They say there's a keystone at the top, so like it's an archway or it's a.
it is arched at the top.
Okay. Well, it's. You say there was hinges on the outside,
Yes.
like hinges that we could remove.
You could certainly try.
Does anyone here have the strength to remove these hinges?
I have a hammer and some pittons that maybe can be knocked, to knock the peg goes through the hinges. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's called, but
That'll work. Peg will work.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, and I purchased in town from a gentleman something he called a Dungeoneer's kit. I do have a crowbar and I have a hammer. So
Yeah, I have that too. But
let's
we can pry
I don't
the.
know what kind of I don't know what kind of check this would be, but
It would be
Go with a strength check.
with proficiency for
so
the.
I will hand it to someone with muscles.
Yeah,
That would either be Shardak or Lone Hunter.
we can give it to both
Yeah.
because we both have the equipment. So
I'll give it to Shardak because Lone Hunter keeps calling me Fluffy and it's a little grating on me.
time for you to pull your weight, Lone Hunter. And I hand him the hammer and the pry bar, the upper hinges because he's taller.
Okay.
Give me a strength athletics check. If you're using a crowbar, you may have advantage, Lone Hunter.
All right. I'll take the advantage, and that's a 16.
All right, you pop your hinge off. The other hinge on the bottom, if you would please give me a strength check. Shardak with advantage if you're using a crowbar.
Is this athletics or just strength?
Would not be athletics, it would just be strength.
And while they're doing the grunt work, I'll be getting out my parchment and stuff and making little notes and drawing little pictures of all the dioramas and such. Taking a closer look.
I'm just kicking myself because I'm just now realizing that Shatter Spike would have been useful here.
Oh yeah, that I wasn't gonna go ahead and meta that.
I rolled a 19 with advantage.
What'd you get?
19, 19.
All right, you managed to get it. And as you plop it off, ping, you can suddenly just hear the door go. And as you look up, it is coming down on you, this large, big stone door. So if both of you, Lone Hunter and Shardak, would give me a dexterity saving throw, as the door is now falling, collapsing on you. Briefly, I'll allow either of you, since you are quite large, to use a strength saving throw.
No, I'll take the dex. And that will be a 21 for Lone Hunter.
Lone Hunter dodges out of the way as the door comes slamming down. What about Shardak?
I'm just getting there. I'm so I believe a barbarian at my level has advantage.
I believe, correct? The trap springer, trap sense thing, whatever you had advantage.
17 in total.
All right, you also managed to jump nimbly to the side as the door comes and claps. Boom! Landing right at your feet as both of you manage to jump out of the way. Dust rolls up in the air. Illinois Jim's like, oh, as if this mist isn't bad enough. Now we're going to add dust to the mixture. Oh, so horrible.
Lone Hunter will say, well, that's 2 for me. And he'll look on over.
I'll outreach my hand to take back the hammer and crowbar.
Oh, he gives it back to you?
Yeah.
Be careful, you dullards. You'll damage the artifacts.
Now would be a good time to hand out Shatter Spike. Which of you think would use it? Shardak or Lone Hunter?
I prefer my great axe.
Well, it's just for...
I guess Lone Hunter will take it then in that case.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it out of the bag with its scabbard and hand it to him and say, please take care of it. It belonged to a previous party member. I'm short as fuck, so he's going to have to like kind of bend down and pick it up.
Oh, thanks, child. This is a mighty fine looking weapon. And he'll pat you on the head. And what he'll do is he'll go ahead and give you his great sword that he was carrying as reparations.
I'll just hold on to it for me. I need to be more nimble.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Beyond the door is a 10-foot wide corridor. All ceilings in here are roughly 20 feet high unless otherwise specified. The walls are limestone covered in stucco. Well made together. You can barely fit a dagger blade in between where the limestone blocks fit. They're very well put together. And the stucco is starting to crack and paint in other areas. But it only goes about 10 feet forward east and then turns to the north, still maintaining 10 feet. And the stone walls of this corridor are carved to resemble a stack of bamboo-like logs. The passage slopes down from a single door on its western leg, the lintel of which has been crafted to represent a stylized cavern entrance. It leads to double doors of beaten bronze, worked to resemble a forest of seaweed. And that's it heading north to the double doors. So the western thing they mentioned is just on the wall. On the western side of the wall.
So who's going to take point?
Shardak will.
Uh,
Will.
I believe if I were going to put a number to my ability of perception, I would put it at a 15. And I have a 10-foot pole.
Oh, yes, and your cat-like reflexes would be quite useful for avoiding any traps. I'm sure that the Ullmans are quite clever in that regards, and that surely they have set traps in their domains to protect from intruders and such. Yes, I vote the Meowtrix goes first. I think I would be best in the middle area.
And Lone Hunter seconds the aspect of Illinois Jim going in the middle. Our charge needs to be around us so we can protect him. He's a frail old man.
Well, he's not old.
You said there's like carvings of trees on the walls.
Yes.
Is it like a image of something, or is it just like some kind of decoration?
I wouldn't necessarily call it trees. I'd be called more like logs. A carved to resemble a stack of bamboo-like logs.
All right, gentlemen, shall we? I'll progress cautiously with the 10-foot pole doing its job. Tapping about the walls and the floors.
Lone Hunter will pull his bow, and he'll pull up the rear to protect the rear side.
Is there enough room for me to walk side by side with Meowtrix?
It's 10 feet, so yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna like be warily scanning. You know, look for traps and whatnot.
Okay. And where would you be, Shardak, then, if they're taking the lead?
I won't be far behind them, just in case I need to protect them.
You'll be far behind them?
Not far.
Oh, okay.
Do we hear much, if anything? I mean, because the door falling is going to make a loud fucking racket.
Yeah, it did. It boom. But no, you do not hear anything in particular.
So Meowtrix suddenly stops and realizes his folly and activates his mage hand and the mage hand grabs the pole and heads out ahead of us, tapping along the walls and floors.
Hey.
10-foot pole is 1 pound.
Yeah. So it can't be thick at all, right?
What's that?
It can't be thick at all then, if it only weighs.
Yeah, it must. Yeah, it must not be.
And it must be like a 10-foot straw. Okay. It goes and it's clicking along. Doesn't seem to do much. And then as you all pass, and then finally as Shardak comes and steps on a thing, suddenly the logs that are painted on the side come swifting over, blocking off in the way. And if y'all will, the first 3 of you will give me dexterity saving throws.
Ooh.
Oh, you step on a plate?
Yes. That your 10-foot pole with the hand was not capable of setting off because it did not quite give enough pressure. It takes 3 or 4 humanoids. Shardak's pretty big. So I'll take.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge?
I rolled an 18.
Dodge for an attack?
Well, I figure a trap is an attack.
And it's a dex saving throw. That would be evasion.
Okay.
Shardak rolled 18.
There you go.
Oh God! Wait,
Advantage.
I'm a halfling.
Lucky enough.
Yes, I rolled a 1, so I get to
Bad.
reroll. Not that it got much better.
Yes.
Dex-
Meowtrix
just
was
a dex saving throw, you said?
Dexterity saving throw.
14.
Oh, just shy. What about Meowtrix?
Meowtrix was busy congratulating himself for his brilliant mage hand idea and rolled a 7.
7? Oh. Okay, so both Meowtrix and Rick Rose will take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. However, Shardak, sensing danger coming through, boldly jumps over Rick Rose and lands by the double doors as the logs just come out and swoop across, knocking you all forward as well into the double doors, landing on Shardak, taking 7 points of damage each of you. However, the passageway is now closed off. You are split between your friends. Illinois Jim is like, oh my.
You all right, old man?
Peeking through the little slats of the logs.
Can we hear and see each other at all?
You can see each other and you can hear it's blocked off, but it's little slats.
Use the sword, Lone Hunter! Use the sword!
Lone Hunter put up his bow, and he'll pull out the sword that was given to him, and he'll go and hit the logs.
All right, yeah. Shatter Spike will make boom, boom. Let's just say it takes you a couple swings.
But
You can
let's
easily-
be honest here. To the spirit of the game, it's just going to act like a magical longsword for damage at the moment because
you have not achieved.
that's right.
It may take you a little longer then.
Yep. Just want to be fair to you.
But at the same time, it's just a matter of time, you know. You all can break through it.
Okay.
It'll take you a couple minutes. Shatter Spike would be like, boom,
Yes,
boom.
if there's room, I'll chop on this side with my great axe.
There is room on that side. And the great axe would be, without Shatter Spike being Shatter Spike, would be much more effective than a longsword or anything else at disrupting these logs. So it takes y'all a couple minutes of just whacking and hacking as you destroy the log barrier. But Illinois Jim will be like, I hope there's not too many traps like this. It's just eating away at our time. And this air, this mist is so foul. It's starting to burn my lungs.
Is the mist still in this corridor?
Oh, yes, it's thick. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Oh shit! Pardon my language. So all the while they're back there just hacking away, I'll be checking out the door.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And I did forget there may be adult language in admonition in this broadcast because sometimes I speak like a child. So yeah, there will be.
That would be a 15 investigation.
Okay. You find it's a double bronze door. Doesn't appear to be locked.
Hey, there's a double bronze door up here, guys. Hey, can everybody? Is it dark in here?
It is very, very dark. Do you have a dark vision?
Tabaxis do, yeah.
Okay.
This little halfling's gonna have the ever-burning candle at least out.
Yeah. And Illinois Jim has no dark vision either.
Sucks to be.
In the official In the official rules, does light ruin dark vision?
Negative.
Okay.
Not
yeah,
5e.
light cantrip. Just can't you cast it on something fixed? Like the tip of a 10-foot pole, perhaps?
I think you just
Sure, if I had it.
light in
Well,
general, not the cantrip light, just as light. In earlier editions, if there was like a torch or something in provision, in second edition and first edition was useless. So if somebody lit a torch, the torch was the light source, and your, elven eyes were no better than human eyes in a torchlight.
I'm going to be
all right.
injuring my or rubbing my sore shoulder from the landing while sort of just perusing. Now the tabaxi's doing.
She was looking. She or he?
He. It's hard to tell, I know.
Yeah, Meowtrix, it seems. Yeah. Was looking at.
Oh, and I spent.
Right. Looking at the door, she investigated it, searched it out, could not necessarily find anything unusual about it besides, bronze double doors do not appear to be locked. Kind of jiggled the handle.
Did he look for traps?
He looked. Would you like to also look?
Well, yeah.
I investigated the door in general.
Yeah, I'd like to look for traps in particular.
Give me an investigation check.
Well, let's just say there are no traps found.
No traps found.
Looks completely safe. Our salvation lies through these doors, gentlemen.
Yes.
Now,
I will open the door.
Find traps does not mean that the omens weren't clever enough to hide them too. They were quite clever, so just still be wary. Who's going to do the honors?
Well, he said.
I will open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, it opens into an octagonal room with each side about 20 feet across. And I will read you this. Just FYI, it is also covered in amber mist as well. This room is constructed of large stone blocks, buttressed in the corners. The walls are wet and slimy, and mud covers most of the floor in a thin coating. To the east and west may be seen stone doors recessed in the wall, and to the north a set of stairs leads down. In the center of the chamber sits a large polished boulder amid a pile of smaller rounded rocks. The boulder is 5 feet tall and colored brown with dark streaks and spots. Leaning against it is what appears to be a bamboo staff. In the mud around the base of the boulder is a moving shape, looking like a crayfish. It is facing you and seems to be aware of your presence. The crayfish snaps its claws at you, and this voice comes out of it, saying, "Ona na nuna, ona na ni na nuna." At which point, Illinois Jim says, "Oh, I understand that. This crayfish is speaking the old ancient Olman language. He's asking who we are. Why do we dare enter the chamber of the Guardian? He's telling us to leave, or he will have to discharge his sacred oath. He's getting angry if we do not leave."
Illinois Jim, Lone Hunter, say, tell him, we are the garlic butter bringers to this to this event. And we were charged to bring garlic butter for him to enjoy.
Okay, I will. And he says, "Ooh la la, God,
I'm hiding.
And where would you like to hide?
I am going to hide.
Oh,
Is there like a lip I can hide on right by the door?
Let's say the door's open towards you, so that you can hide behind the door.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Give me a stealth check, if you would, please.
Well, this should be very good. 21.
Okie dokie, doggy daddy. He doesn't seem to be buying it.
Well, Lone Hunter will put up Shatter Spike. He's still questioning in his mind why he was told to use that because it wasn't as effective as the axe. He's going to pull out his longbow and prep an arrow.
Meowtrix will put his back against the wall and prepare to strike.
Okie dokie. And as you're pulling the bow out and you're getting against the wall, the crayfish will scuttle forward. Nah. Everybody, give me an initiative roll, if you would, please.
All right. Ooh, yes.
17.
You see, without Illinois Jim, it would just be like he's saying, blah, 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 and you know.
And it would have been a surprise round as he just lurched forward attacking.
Well, I call it a surprise round. I just, you know, like, what's the thing? I don't know. You know, a lot of these things are just like they say something to you, but unless you speak Ancient Omen, who the fuck speaks Ancient Omen? Okay.
And how do crayfish talk, for that matter?
Magic.
Oh, crap. He's speaking Omen. I took crayfish instead. Oh, how horrible. Okay.
Shardak rolled only a 9.
You got a 9 for Shardak?
Yeah.
How about you, Meowtrix?
13.
13 for Meowtrix. And what do we have for Lone Hunter?
24 for Lone Hunter.
Lone Hunter. He took the alert feat. Lone Hunter always goes first.
Well, not always.
Yeah, fair enough. Not always.
Sounds like one of those websites that helps you get a loan, like lonehunter.com.
All right.
Bad credit? Who cares?
Bad credit? No credit? It doesn't matter. I hate that. I saw this one where it's like, you want to help your credit out? Come here. We don't care about your credit. Then how are you going to help my credit out if you don't credit check or credit report? You're not helping my credit out, you a-holes. Anyhow, Lone Hunter, what would you like to do? I'm also a big Spaceballs fan, so whenever they Lone Hunter, I think Lone Star.
What Lone Hunter will do is wait till this large crayfish is 30 feet out.
He's 30 feet out.
Okay, then he's going to fire 2 arrows. Oh, actually, I think I can do 3 because I get a bonus with the gloom stalker on the first
opening round thing. With
yep.
What does that read? Can you read it to me real quick?
Yep. Hold on. I'll get it over here. And Deep Stalker. That's the on your first turn during combat, you gain +10 bonus to speed, and you use the attack action. You can make 1 additional attack.
Sounds like 3 to me.
All right. The first one is, let's see here, that's a 6, so that's a 22.
That'll hit.
The second one is a 16.
That'll also hit.
And the third one is a 20. Unnatural.
I'm fucking with you. All 3 hits, man.
Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Since I didn't do the one thing, so. All right. $19 points of damage.
Yeah. Arrows just slam into it.
And then on
Cracking armor.
his move,
Huh?
he'll go ahead and can he move into the room and not come within range of being attacked?
No, the thing seems to be moving quite quick, and the room's only like 20 feet per side.
Okay. Then he'll keep his position at the back of the party, trying to protect Illinois Jim the Elder.
Okie dokie, doggy dog. Next up will be it with an 18. It'll skitter up forward and take one of its claws and snag into Meowtrix, or at least attempt to snag into Meowtrix with one claw. Oh, Meowtrix, that will grab you.
I am grappled, you say?
You are grappled. And I gotta flip back and forth on here to find. Because he's... yeah. There it is. You are grappled. Doesn't do much damage. For 4 points of damage. And he manages to drag you and takes you forward another 5 feet to go up to Shardak, who is in his way as well. And his other pincer claw will reach out for you, Shardak. Oh, wow. That's a 21 to hit you, Shardak.
Hits.
Yeah, I love this die. This die is rocking for me now. For 12 points of damage, Shardak. And you also are caught into the grip of the pincer
Ouch.
as he's holding both of you up on each side. Kalila! Kalila! At which point, Kalila! Kalila! Illinois Jim will be like, he's calling for aid from Kalila. I don't know what that is. It's like a name of something? I don't know what a Kalila is. Rick Rose, you're up.
Did the crawfish ran inside the tunnel and it attacked the people?
Ran into the door, grabbing.
Yeah, but it ran
Yeah,
past the door, right? So I can see it.
You can see it from
The
where
back
you're.
of it, at
He
least.
did not see you, however.
Yes. I'm gonna, because I'm like, kind of like, I was aching my arm still, and then I was hearing voices raised, so I pulled out my short bow and everything. So I'm ready, and I'm gonna take a shot, sneak attack,
You will have
with sharpshooter.
you will still have advantage.
Okay. Hold on. It's -5, so +1.
Oh,
So that's 13. That misses, right? That for
clangs
the.
off the hard shell.
Well, wait, I didn't roll this second, but it doesn't matter. I -5, 14. It still clangs off. So.
Clangs off. Bonus action.
I am running into the chamber he was in, and I'm hiding if I can.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to say you won't have to bother with this again since his claws are full. That is all right. As soon as you enter the chamber, however, you'll notice that it is mud is extremely slick. You have to be careful. It is difficult terrain,
Okay.
so you have to. Ooh,
I'm
ice
gonna
skate
curve
up
around. I'm gonna curve around the side of the door.
Okay.
Uh,
You
the,
can,
the,
that wouldn't require dash.
the wall that the door's attached to. I figure it's
Correct. Okay.
a lip, so I'm gonna hide. And that's 21 again.
Okie dokie doggy daddy. Next up will be Shardak. No, Meowtrix. My bad.
Oh boy.
You are grappled.
Okay. I'm grappled.
Yeah.
So is grappled give me disadvantage for something that's technically a ranged attack?
It for ranged attacks, yes, it would give you disadvantage.
Okay.
Simply because within 5 feet of the.
Didn't I give him the wand of magic missile?
You did.
I do have that. Does the 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Okay.
What was it anyway?
I was gonna try firebolt. I'm gonna hang on to that.
Okay.
Wand of. Oh, that's an automatic, isn't it?
Yeah,
I always forget that. Well, yeah.
But you firebolt, you're sitting there, and you cast the spell. But unfortunately, he's waving you around as he's doing it, and he waves you around at the perfect opportunity, right when, because you're at point blank range too on the thing, right?
Yeah.
But he waves it around and it just fires off into the room. Shard at you. Oh, anything else for you though? Sorry, I have to ask. I know you're grappled, but
yeah, no, I can't break it because I already used that.
and you are not technically restrained. You're just grappled. One of the few creatures that doesn't also apply restrained when they grapple you.
That's odd.
Yeah, it is.
I guess it is a giant talking lobster.
God,
So what does that mean? Grappled, but not restrained. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Grapples
What is the
zero movement? That's all it means.
Okay, but I'm not restrained. Okay. That'll be it
Okie dokie dokie.
for the
Shardak,
moment.
you're up.
My first attack, I'm gonna a bonus action rage.
Alright, go
I'm
for it.
gonna great weapon master,
Fucking A.
and I'm gonna reckless. And I rolled a critical. I rolled an 11 and a 21. So
Where is she now?
That would be 3d12.
let me do my damage.
Uh-huh. Plus 17, I believe. So, yeah, he's plus 10 for Great Weapon Master, plus 3 for Strength, plus 2 for Rage, plus 2 for being a plus 2 Great Axe.
It's a +2 great axe. Okay. Then I rolled 30 points of damage.
And would you like to go ahead and describe how you put that axe down on his head and decapitate him or crush his
Just
skull?
right through it, where my axe sinks into the ground, into the floor of it, and I have to wedge it out.
Bam! Crayfish done. God, yeah. And then at that, the boulder in the room moves, and Sprout's claws come out, and suddenly he scuttles forward.
I'm of course seeing all this, correct? And
You're seeing it
presumably slathered in mud, so it doesn't see me.
Well, I mean, you didn't fall or anything. You didn't take a dash action or anything. And you were hiding from the door around, so what you're hiding from is
Dead.
Yeah. So it did not see you, but anything on this side of the room still would.
Okay.
Sorry. 5 feet, one target. 2d6 plus 3. As he plops out, he turns into a giant hermit crab. And he comes scuttling forward, going, which in a moment, Illinois Jim will tell you what that means. Oh, and in
Illinois Jim
1986,
has time to tell me, then do I have time to run?
well, it's almost your turn.
Okay.
But you will take, and you can uncanny dodge these. Just FYI, they are attacks.
Yes, I'm uncanny dodging.
I'm gonna tell you, he hits you twice though. So
One of them, the one that does the worst damage. Uncanny dodge.
6 and 7. So say you uncanny dodge to 7 and turn it into a total of 9 points of damage for both attacks. And he's got you in his claws, both of you, and this time you are grappled. And this one, you are restrained. And Illinois Jones say like, oh, he's saying he's Kalima, and he's going to defend this area. That's what he's saying. Lone Star, you're up.
Well, Lone Hunter will go ahead and pull 2 more arrows, and he will shoot. How far away is this hermit crab?
He's not far, but since he's in the room and he's grappling the guy who is hiding behind the door, the angle isn't very good.
Well, I'll move up and so I can get a better angle, and I'll try to keep myself within 30 feet of him.
Okay. Yeah, like the room's not quite that large. So
And
just go in and enter the room. As soon as you enter the room, you realize it's super slick, and he's backed away a little bit.
That's all right because of his ranger ability. He ignores difficult terrain,
Yeah, you'll be fine with this.
and so he'll go ahead and take his 2 shots. Because I don't think I get a third one because
No, it's the only
it's all
open round.
considered the same attack between the both of them. So 21
Yep, that'll hit.
and a 22.
Both will hit.
And he will, as a bonus action, cast, after he gets done with the damage, cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Well, technically, you could have done that first. I'll allow it if you want.
Okay. Then I'll do that. And we have... Right. 7, 12, 13, 15, 17 points of damage.
Arrows burst into the crab shell. And he screams in pain. In which case, Illinois Jim says, he says, ouch!
Ah! Damn crab squeezing me!
And
It's a bonus
Lone
action.
Hunter will tell the old man, stay back, stay safe.
Don't worry. I can translate from here. Rick Rose, you're up.
I'm gonna guess the bow's about useless, so I'm just gonna drop it.
Right.
Can I leverage my arm to grab my rapier?
Yes, you can grab your rapier.
I'm gonna attack if I can.
You will do so at disadvantage because of the restrained condition.
Okay. So 20 to attack.
Wow, that still hits. Even though you're grappled in 2 pinchers, you manage to pull it out and stab it right through its hard shell. No sneak, however, but you will get, D8 plus dex.
And then plus the magic too. So.
Oh, yeah.
3 plus 4, 7 damage.
7.
Foul beast.
Meow Mix, you're up.
Yeah.
Oh, anything else? No movement, but you do have bonus.
Yeah, I'm wondering, can I use a bonus action to get out of the grapple or restrain? I just know that thieves have the...
Yeah, I'm thinking you got that item interaction thing.
Well, I get a free item interaction.
Yeah. +1 is a...
And then I have a bonus action one as well, so...
Yeah. No, but I'll say that instead of dropping your bow, you could put it up.
I like the idea of dropping it instead, because this is an emergency situation.
Fair.
But,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, okay. Meow Tricks, you're up.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will make you regret ever leaving the egg stage and joining the Nauplius stage in the crayfish life cycle, and I magic missile for 12 damage.
Damn you! That's just 1 charge?
Yeah, 1 charge. 3, 12 damage, and that's about all I can do.
Okie dokie doggy. Shardak, you're up. And you're muted, Shardak. Kalima, Kilali, Kalali. Roland, you're muted. Your turn.
Oh, sorry, I was just figuring out my thing from
All right.
+2. Okay, well, am I one of the ones that's restrained?
You are no longer restrained. You killed the creature that was grappling you. And so you're free to do whatever you wish. However, your friend Rick Rose is still in the room, and he's going, help! And there's a new voice in the room now going, Kelali, Kalali, la, 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 la. What would you like to do?
Oh, we lost him. He dropped.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I can tell you what he's going to do. He's going to walk in there and he's going to take his great axe and whoop it over the thing's head. He's a barbarian. He's raging. That's what they do.
Yeah.
He's back.
My laptop died.
All right.
Okay. So I got to go to a totally different app here.
I'm assuming what you're going to do is you're going to walk into the room, discover it's really super
Yeah, I'm
slick.
going to do like the great weapon and
reckless.
And, yeah, reckless, and I'm still raging because it's only the next round. Okay, well that's a good one. How does 21 do?
21 will
My
hit.
first attack.
Yeah.
Oh! And I rolled 29 points of damage. I rolled maximum.
Damn.
And I will take my currently 5th level. I'll take my second attack. Does 17 hit?
17 does hit.
And 23 points of damage.
And once again, you bring your great axe down and slay Kiali Kali. Like to describe your kill. Kalka Kiala is now dead as you bring your great axe down upon him, crushing into his hermit crab-like shell and removing him from his obligation to defend this keep.
I'm going to flip through the air as the claws release me.
Lone Hunter will be trying to collect his arrows that he shot.
Okie dokie. You can do that.
So I'm just going to be massaging my ribs after I land.
Mailtrix will take some notes and start examining other items in the room. I believe there was something leaning against the large mound in the center.
Yes, the large mound in the center was Kalka Kiali, the hermit crab, all pulled up into a shell. The staff leaning up against it was actually a part of him that looked like a staff leaning up against it.
Ah. Sorry, I was kind of distracted for a minute there, guys. I'm back in now.
That's all right. That was a hermit crab that, yeah. Illinois Jim will be like, this is most fascinating. These creatures speak Omen. As fascinating. Surely they must have been summoned here from maybe denizens of another plane or something. These Omen may be related to or worshipped or had conquest to. I find this most fascinating. What about you, Meowtrix?
Yes, I concur. Quite an astute observation. Clearly. Can I do like a history check, see what I know about this? What sort of crustration involved things that these Olmans believed in?
Sure, go for it.
Lone Hunter will suggest cutting them open and getting some meat. We could have a mighty good barbecue.
And some garlic butter.
Roast.
25 to Olmanize.
Oh, yeah. You know that the Olmans, well, not only water, but they did have quite a bit of fascination with the water in the underworld, and did have quite a bit of contact with the elemental plane of water. Most likely that is where they summoned these creatures from. But not only just, water was important to them, there were also other things. It wasn't the all-encompassing worship of them, but it was important.
So they sort of like fetishized animals or anthropomorphic depictions of animals, that sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And the water was extremely important.
Yes. I pass that along to my compatriots in the most condescending way I can.
Lone Hunter say, watch out, Fluffy. Your fur may get a little matted here with the sludge and slime here, but we'll get you some water, some clean water someplace to wash up.
I kind of bristle at the idea of water. My whiskers sprout to attention, and I look down my nose at you and turn away.
Now, directly across from the double doors that you entered, there's a stairway leading down. Also, on the eastern wall and the western wall, this octagonal room, there are also stone doors.
Now, if we search the sludge, do we find anything underneath it, in it?
It is a very thin layer of
Oh, okay.
mud that is associated with it, but it is extremely slick. A couple times as you're searching around, you will slip and fall. Whoa! Then you hit your head. But as long as you're extremely careful, you'll be okay. Illinois Jim does slip a few times himself.
Okay.
But
So,
other than that, no other treasure. You can get quite a bit of crab meat
okay, good.
if you want, though. I mean, these were, yeah, big, giant freaking hermit crab and crayfish. Get you some crawfish there, put that in that gumbo right there. I'm telling you, that's sweet.
Yes, with some Old Bay spice.
More crab cake, Baltimore region, where we don't have Richard anymore. He's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Maltrix has a shellfish allergy, so he stays as far away as possible. So any other, discernible items in this room, or just doors? Gentlemen, shall we descend or transgress?
Is the orange or is the amber mist dissipating?
It does not. I fear that this foul mist will be everywhere in this dungeon. Oh, it's so horrible. I don't know how much more of it I can take.
Yes, perhaps descending would not be the best option to escape the mist.
Yeah. Unless the source of it is bubbling up from below. Does it appear like it's coming up?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, that one's nice. 20.
Yes, it does. You can see a slight little wafting of it. It does appear to be lighter than air. It does rise quite a bit.
If we're going to do anything about this mist, it's going to be below from the looks of things.
Yes,
20.
as I was saying. Into the depths, gentlemen. I will start descending the stairway.
Long Hunter will help Illinois Jim, the old man, hobble across the room to the stairs to go down.
Oh, thank you. This mud is just, outrageous. Okay.
I'm going to be slightly limping down.
The landing at the foot of a short flight of steps is filled with mud and silt that partially blocks the door leading north. The door is meant to open inward, for there are hinges on this side and a large grip to pull off. Also, there's a stream at the bottom. There appears to be quite a bit of water in here. It doesn't mention that in the description of it, but it does show it on the map. And coming through some cracks in the stairs as you ascend is a bit of a water stream that flows through the door, and that's where all the silt has been built up and dirt due to this water flowing down there from a crack.
So the silt would make it difficult to open the door. Is it sort of just the sediment in front of the doors?
Yeah,
Okay.
in front of it. It's like several sandbags or something in front of the doors.
Check for any sorts of traps or mechanisms?
You may roll an investigation check with advantage because I'm assuming Rick Rose will help you.
Yes, I will help.
Or
So
Rick Rose may roll.
24.
Okay.
24.
He'll be better at investigation than me.
You find no traps, but you do find that silt thing is going to be a horrible bitch. As you're sitting there searching around looking at it, and you pull some of the silt away, the water flowing from the crack in the stairs going this way just pushes it right back.
I was figuring we can use the 10-foot pole to help prop the doors open while the other two pop the door off its hinges again. That way, maybe we can encourage the door to fall on the other side, or at least help hold it up to where they can get out from under it without it collapsing on them.
Yeah, it opens towards us, correct?
Yes, it opens towards you.
Well, if anything,
Okay.
it'll help prop the door open so it doesn't collapse on them.
Yeah. We've already determined that a 10-foot pole is probably a quarter of an inch wide and weighs only a pound.
Lone Hunter say, Fluffy, there's that water I was telling you so you can clean yourself up.
Can we hammer the pittons to wedge the door in place while they pop the hinges off, and then tie ropes to the pittons and see if we can pull the pittons out?
This is a double door, right?
It is not a double door.
No. Okay.
That sounds like a viable plan there.
Okay. Do you try that?
I'd have to get on Lone Hunter's shoulders to hammer the pittons in. I'm a little too short. How tall is this door anyway?
Let's say 7 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Full door size.
Yeah, I'd need to be on. He'd have to dip below it then, but regardless.
Okay, child. Climb up on the shoulder. Make sure you hit what you're aiming for. So if I end up with a wrap on my elbow or shoulder, I know you're aiming for it.
I don't see how I could hit your head by accident, maybe, but not your elbow or shoulder. But yeah, I'm gonna be hammering in pittons to wedge the door in place.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna hand my crowbar to Lone Hunter.
All right. Fair enough. Lone Hunter, give me a strength check with advantage.
He's not doing too good. You're talking a 9.
How about you, Shardak?
He just
Get
can't
on
get,
with it, gentlemen.
he just can't get his footing in there, kind of sliding around to get a good tug.
And I don't understand what you want from me. You just want my help strength-wise?
To pop the hinges off. It took 2 of you the last time, right?
Yeah, well, sure. Is it again using the crowbar?
Well, you have to use his, yeah. Or you can use whatever. We'll figure something out. Figure you two were working together there.
Yeah, I will. He has to roll with advantage.
Oh, he already rolled with advantage. You make a separate roll for a different
Oh.
hinge.
Okay.
There's multiple hinges.
Oh, a natural 20. An 8 and a 20. So 20 plus my 3 strength, or plus actually 6 athletics, 26.
Okay, you break it off.
It's about time.
Okay. So you do such, and the pittance do hold. And so now what would you like to do? The door is off its hinges, but still stuck.
Yeah, so we just loop a rope through all the pittons and stand back at the stairs and yank all the pittons out and let the door fall. An excellent plan.
Boom! And it falls and splashes into the water.
Did it work?
It does work, and it splashes, and some of the mud and everything splashes back up onto the stairwell, getting several of you quite dirty, especially Meowtrix. Simply because cat getting splashed by mud just seems pretty freaking cool to me.
Better to be splashed by mud than to be crushed under a stone door, don't you think?
You wouldn't say that if you were covered in fur.
I just look at him and point towards my hairy ass feet.
Oh, cry me a river. All right. What do we see?
In the room, the stream goes into the room, and there is a large. I was looking for something at the moment. Sorry. For some reason, I never assumed y'all would go this way.
Well, I detected this is where the mist was coming from, right?
Hey, I'm not saying it. I'm just letting you know that I didn't prepare for this creature, so I was looking it up.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Did we rush to
Creature?
the big bad guy?
What creature? I was expecting some sort of RP encounter. Perhaps a merchant.
The room looks on soft light that reveals a section of rocky beach. Beyond the beach is a pool of flowing water, filling half the room and framed by a crystal cavern. Green fronds can be seen in the pool. Light seems to flow from everywhere. The pool and walls glisten like soft moonlight. On a far side of the pool is a set of doors carved with a sun symbol. You hear singing coming from somewhere.
I'm ready my bow and arrow
Fair enough.
and try to like duck behind Indiana or Illinois.
Illinois again. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm going to be much help for you there, little one, but sure.
I would say on one hand I would break out my candle and take some wax and put in my ear, but that would be meta.
So is the water clear or muddy or?
It is slightly muddy, but not as much as you would think. This room is trapezoidal, just FYI. No, not trapezoidal. Five-sided. And the area where the water is where it is the top of the pentagon. That's what I'm looking for. It is not completely even at all. It goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, and then curves in at a, say, 45-degree angle for 15 feet. 5-foot door, then 15 feet curving back down the other way. And then you come in on the opposite 25-foot walls. As soon as you're looking into the south, to your left, on the other side of the room, say 20 feet to your left, is there's a wall there. A door there. And the other door with the sun symbol is located in the middle of the pool on the northern side. Yeah, I know I'm doing a horrible job of describing it.
It's a pretty intricate layout.
Do you guys recognize the sounds in any way? I don't recognize it, and I'm nervous.
Oh, yes, I can almost make out what the words are. The rock me, oh gentle waves, that up to in an we would be warm under the storm, in an octopus's garden, in the shade. Yes, yes, that's what they're singing. Oh fuck, is this not in the? It must be under something else.
Old man, don't listen to those crazy words. It sounds like some demon is talking to you.
Sounds
And
bewitching.
what octopus would be in a place like this?
I don't know. I've never heard of an octopus's garden before, but it does seem like, they would be warm under the storm, in the shade.
Doesn't make sense. Warm under the storm in the shade.
Sounds like amateur hour to me. The meter is all wrong. Can I check out the? So is this song like reverberating through the whole chamber? It's coming from somewhere inside the chamber.
It is coming from inside the chamber. I wouldn't quite call it reverberating because it's quite soft, but yes. Okay.
Okay.
I'm asked, where is Nereid in the monster manual? Is it under like Dryad or some shit?
No clue. It might not even be.
It might be in the DMG.
They don't give it to you in like the appendix.
Dryad. No, it doesn't say anything. I figured maybe in Dryad it would be like, oh, Nip, maybe?
Your microphone. Charles Cole has added.
I'm not finding it. I was looking in the ends for it. Nereid. It is not in the Nereid. It goes directly from Naga to like Nothic.
Let's see here.
What the do I throw away for that? Oozes, ogres, Nothic, Nothic, Nightmare, Nagas, Myconids. No Nereid.
Yeah, just substitute Myconids.
Oh god.
It's a bloody difference, right? Well,
Say, while you're looking that up, can we take like a teener?
go for it. I need to get some more tea anyway.
Sounds like a winner.
Take a 5, fellas. I'm sorry about this.
Oh, that's
No
all right.
problem.
Oh, there it is. It is in the appendix. I just assumed it was in the monster manual. Easy enough. Okay, I'm back now. I have found the area. We're good. All right, anybody else? Sound off if you're here.
Here.
I saw somebody walking around in the background of
I'm here.
Alright.
But I don't think Meowtrix and
I
Roland.
thought that's who you saw walking in the background.
Yeah. Meowtrix. Yeah, makes such a good name for that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Shardak is here. I never really left.
Shardak.
Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, hear you.
Okay.
What?
That's just smart assery now. Yeah. That's it.
And you know, I've seen this played out by many other people, and I've never noticed this one thing that I just read in the book. I have no idea why I didn't expect y'all to go this way, but I just didn't. So, how do you like the railroady entrance into here?
That didn't bother me all that.
Uh,
I'm used to it.
Yeah, there's, I don't know, there's just something about it where it's like you're traveling here, and then all of a sudden people come up behind you, and you're in the dungeon.
Like I said, used to it from playing, the modules
Yeah.
from way back. So I'm probably not a good source as far as that.
Yeah. Well, most of the old school modules start off with, "Hey, by the way, you're outside the dungeon." You know.
You stand before the gates.
Yeah, that's how they all started off. Just FYI, before we get to anything else, this room also has mist.
Mist? So what are we, lightly obscured or something?
Yeah, the amber mist is in here as well.
Okay. Does that affect our vision at all?
It is light obscurement, which really wouldn't affect much at the moment in these small rooms.
Do we see any flames?
No actual flames, although the room is naturally lit. Maybe some sort of phosphorescence or something, like pale moonlight.
Okay.
Does that seem to be emanating from anywhere in particular?
Seems to be more of the pool on the northern side of the Pentagon.
Fluffy, there's a big pool for you to get your fur all nice and shiny again, Fluffy. And hey, child, no swimming for you for a half hour after you get done eating this crayfish. We don't want you cramping up and drowning.
Oh, while we're hearing this music. The last thing on my mind is swimming.
Well, we going back upstairs or check those others, or are we going to go in and investigate these melodious tones that we're all hearing?
Is it at least good
Oh.
music?
It's top 40 schlock.
Well,
I'll
performed or...
step up to the pool and sort of check out the pool a little bit, maybe poke it with my pole.
Alright, as you get near the pool, suddenly this beautiful woman's face appears in the center of the pool, rising up. No, not like a pool, like boom, suddenly it appears out of nowhere. Almost doing the Baywatch breaking of the water thing. And then she'll look at you and she'll say, "Una nanya, no na na manina, no na nina no na." In which case, Illinois Jim will say, "She says she's a follower of Zoltanichin, as I'm not sure, some god of the omens. She says we're not supposed to be here. We must flee."
Can I do a history or a religion on that?
Sure, go for it.
26.
Dark evil god.
Oh.
Long forgotten in times of yore.
Evil is afoot, gentlemen. Guard yourselves.
Okay, Shardak's intelligence is only 10, which is average, which would be the same as mine. Am I sensing an elemental theme?
Well, I mean, so far it does seem to be that way. This seems to be the water portion of the crypt. You have crayfish and a hermit crab, and now a woman swimming in the water.
Yeah. Huh. And even the language, because Illinois Jim there said that it was like...
Well, Illinois Jim says, you would think that they'd be speaking Aquan or something. but they're not. They're speaking the ancient Omen language. So I'm assuming that they've had some simpatico with the Omens. But just FYI, she's telling us to leave now, or else she will have to summon her pet.
I have my axe with both hands and say, I'd like to see her try.
Uh-huh.
Well, I couldn't
Tell her
make that
she
out.
has
You're
one
kind of.
chance to leave.
What pet?
Lone Hunter say, maybe we ought to check our rear. Those other places that we saw up there. We get in the middle of something here. It gives them avenues to storm in on.
That's true. It's just that this mist is slowly killing us, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I agree. She's too beautiful to kill. But if we have another option,
Can
maybe
we?
should back up.
Can Illinois Jim or whatever ask her about the source of the mist and if we can get rid of it?
Yeah. I could ask her that. That's quite wise. And Illinois Jim will say something in Omen to her, and she'll reply, in which case, he will say, she's not exactly sure the mist wasn't here when this place was created, but she thinks it has something to do with the limestone and the moisture and such like that. It developed over the course of time. She is, along with the other things, are thankfully immune to it, simply because they've been here so long that they've adapted.
Can I roll perhaps Arcana or Nature to determine what type of creature this is?
Well, so far you can only see her head, so do so with a disadvantage. Well, no. The fact is it's water and the lady, it's obvious enough that it's not human, so yeah. No, straight roll, never mind.
15.
You're pretty sure that she's something probably associated with the elemental plane of water, but don't have enough of her to tell if she's a Triton or a Mer lady or anything along those lines.
Could always ask her.
She's a water-based creature.
Could always ask her, like, what are you?
No. Yes, I'll go ahead and ask her. And he'll ask her, and she'll reply, she says she's a follower of Solzhenitsyn.
Well, ask her what's in that door.
Which one? The one behind her or the one on the opposite end?
The one with the sun, symbol of the sun.
The one with the symbol of the sun behind her? She'll reply, which is, none of your business, leave here, or else I will summon my pet.
And then
Just a quick question. Will she allow us to get rid of the mist because it is killing us? Will she help us?
what's in the other door? Lone Hunter, ask her.
Okay, the first off, in reply to helping you with the mist or anything, she'll reply, yeah, anyway, it'll be, he'll translate it to, she knows not how to deal with the mist, but she hopes that it will either kill you or drive you away from this land quickly, because you are not supposed to be here. And B, to what is behind that other door, I already told you, get the fuck out.
Paraphrasing, of course.
Paraphrasing,
let me see how that balances up.
It goes with the standard, which translates for you to get the fuck out. I told you to leave. Bitches, leave.
Can I stealth?
While she's looking at you?
Hey,
Illinois, inform her that we are but scholars here to revel in the might and wonder of this ancient civilization.
He'll, no, back, do la fool, and then she'll reply, which then he will translate to y'all as being, he says, you can wander from afar, but you are not meant to be down here. Leave now.
Lone Hunter will walk up to the pool, and he's going to bend down. Well, actually, he'll take maybe 2 steps into the pool. He'll bend on down, and he'll cup up in his hand some of the water and lightly taste it to see if it tastes how it tastes.
It relatively tastes like water, but it's not exactly, I'd call it clean water.
Okay.
It is flowing, but all that silt and dirt and it tastes fairly minerally.
So he'll take with that and says, this is sour water, and throw what's left in his cupped hand back in her face.
Water splashes around and she goes, yeah. Roll initiative. And she's obviously acting aggressive, in which case he goes, oh, she's pissed now.
my initiative is 22.
22 for Rick Rose. Way to go, Rick Rose. Let me see here. What's her dexterity modifier? Oh, wow. She's got a good dexterity modifier.
Jesus.
Rick
23
Rose.
for Lone Wolf.
What, Lone Wolf?
23.
23 for Lone Wolf. What do we got for Shardak? Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 22.
Oh, 22 for you also. I'm assuming Rick Rose probably has a better dexterity modifier, though. And Meowtrix, what do you got? And you're muted, Meowtrix.
Sorry, I got a 9.
9. Oh, wow. Lone Hunter, what do you do?
I'll step back from the pool. We'll say he does 30, 40 feet.
The room, as I've already noted, is not quite that large. Just say you move back as far from her as you can.
Yeah, all right.
If you want me to count squares, I can.
No, and he'll pull his bow and ready his action that if as soon as she or her pet shows up.
Okay. She is obviously like
the first aggressor he'll focal on.
Okay. Let's just say the best you can do and still have an angle on her to see is 25 feet, and that would put you right at the 5 foot back from the entrance
Okay.
Crayfish. I'm sorry. Crayfish. That's the wrong one. Rick Rose, what do you want? What you doing, Rick Rose?
Oh, bonus action hide since I couldn't do it previously.
Well, I mean, you could have just where.
I was trying to hide behind Illinois.
Okay, that'll work. Give me a stealth check, and we'll say that you were hidden.
Yeah, that's 13 plus 9, so 22.
Okay. Now, what do you want to do? You are hidden. That was from previous. As soon as you enter the room, and
Can I see him splashing water at her, spitting at her?
the room itself is fairly decently lit.
Okay. She looks rather upset. I think I'm going to shoot an arrow. Make her day feel better.
Okay. You will have advantage because she did not see you slip behind Illinois Jim.
I needed that advantage. 17?
Yep, that'll hit him.
Let's see. 6, 3, 6, so 18 damage.
Wow. Bam! The arrow slits right into her elbow. No, not elbow. Shoulder. Sorry. Has her head and her shoulders are just above water. You will pay for this. Oh, suddenly she can speak English. No.
Speak common.
She
Bonus
says it,
action.
in Oldman still. She doesn't speak English. All right. And anything else for you?
The stone supporting the doorway. Can I hide off to the side again?
Yeah, you can kind of back away from the room and hide behind that area around where Lone Hunter is.
Well, he's in the room with her. I want to be in the.
Lone Hunter, to get his 25 feet, the best he could do and still maintain an angle of seeing her would be 5 feet out of the room.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Then I'll be on the other side of that door then, if I can.
Okay. Okie dokie. Give me a stealth check. I'm assuming you want to bonus action hide.
Yeah. Let's just say I'm hidden. 25.
Seems like it. Shardak, what are you doing?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. I have 40 feet of movement.
Quite a bit.
So if I can, I'm gonna move like even around her. Right?
But she's in the water, so you'd have to swim out to her.
How far out is she in the water?
Maybe say 10 feet or so. So it wouldn't be much. You could pretty much just like jump into.
I was just gonna say, if I could run 10 feet, I'm just gonna run and jump.
The
And
problem is your feet does not touch the bottom. You are still like treading water or whatever.
Well, that's okay, because I'm gonna rage first, and then I run, and I jump right at her with my great axe overhand, and I'm gonna everything.
Right,
Jump, great weapon master, reckless attack, and I've had enough of her wily ways.
That is indeed reckless.
That's pretty reckless.
I rolled a dirty 20 for my first
Dirty
hit.
20?
Yeah, like 17 plus 3.
Oh, okay. That'll hit.
I don't like this.
D12 plus 17.
Yeah.
Damage dealing bastards, aren't they?
23 points of damage.
She's still awake.
I would like to take my second attack.
Go for it.
Okay. A 16, does that hit?
A 16 will not hit her.
Ooh.
Bash it up against the water. You got significant cover due to the water, you know.
And I just plunge right underneath.
All right. Next up will be her. As you are falling down, she will dive under the water herself. Grab hold of you. Pull you close to her. And press her lips to you. And kiss you so hard. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, snipey. Now, from Lone Hunter's view, now would he view that as an aggression or possibly as her trying to save him?
It would be it was quite aggressive. However, as they were slipping under the water is when she did it.
Well, that's why I'm asking how it would look. If it looked like she may have went under to try to pick him up or something. I know he was the aggressor, but
yeah. She went under as it was quite aggressively. Blood was spilling down her face as she does such. But give me a Constitution saving throw, and you know what? As she dived down, I'll go ahead and let you have a
I rolled a 14 for my con save.
Oh, damn you! But go ahead and roll that attack of the reaction attack, Lone Star.
okay.
Extra damage on failure. Runs out of breath. Speak for a minute at the end of each of its turns. Self. I'm assuming you take absolutely nothing on a success.
Okay, that'd be a 19 to hit.
That will just hit her with her cover
Okay,
from the water.
Yeah, and she's considered an elemental, not a humanoid, right?
She is not a humanoid.
Okay, so. That will be 8 points of damage.
There you go. As she's grabbing you and kissing you, mightily this arrow slams right into the back of her head. And that's why she just couldn't quite slip you the tongue. She falls and floats to the ground. Well, floats downwards. Meowtrix.
So she floats downwards, as in she's toast?
Yes.
Okay. How are you at swimming there, buddy? Hello? Am I muted?
No,
you're not. You're fine.
I have an athletics of 6 feet of +6.
Okay, so you're all right there. You'll be able to get out of there. So the singing has stopped, I take it. Anything else change in the room? The lighting or
No, the lighting is still there. It's starting to flicker a little bit though.
Okay. So well, so we don't have any other threats within as far as we know at the moment.
Oh, the light is flickering and quite erratically.
Okay, so she may not be dead then.
The hair is still standing up on the back of your head, as in something is going down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just hold my action, ready in action to cast a spell when something should happen.
What spell would you like to ready?
Um,
One of those things, if you ready a spell and you don't use it, the spell slot's still lost. Although, like a cantrip,
oh, that's right.
No spell slot lost.
Yeah.
You could ready the wand, or you could ready throw it.
Yeah, I'll just ready. I'll ready the wand. I keep forgetting I have that. Yeah, I'll ready the wand to see what's gonna happen here.
The light is flickering, and then all of a sudden, the light just charges, and the whole popping and sound. You can smell a whiff of ozone coming from the pond itself. And suddenly, this electric burst flows through you, Shardak. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Will do.
Oh, that's a good one.
12.
I believe that is exactly what you needed. You will take the electric still goes through you, but you're a big, strong orc, and you manage to grit your teeth and take it. You will only take 10 points of damage, so I suppose you're raging. That will be 5.
Yeah.
You're bear, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you'll take 5 electric damage total after making the save and resisting. And you manage not to be stunned, but you feel that just a little bit more, that jolt would have just... But you're okay. Looking down into the water, as you're sinking down, you will see this serpent-like man with an elephantine head coming up from the depths towards you, and that's where the shot came from. Lone Hunter, your turn again.
All right. Do I see that? As far as the individual.
From the angle where you're at, back at the door, just in a clear line of sight, and the fact that this is well underwater, you do not. But you did see the popping of the water edge. You could tell something happened in there.
Okay. He's going to say, damn! Shardak! And he's going to move to the water. Now, did it look like a bolt of electricity or lightning in the water?
Yeah, something similar to that.
So he's not going to step into the water, but he's going to move up to the edge to see if he could get a better view, and he's going to notch an arrow and ready for what may pop up.
Okay.
That caused that.
Okay. Another arrow. Rick Rose. And you may be muted.
Yeah. I turned off the mute. God, this is a very reckless situation, isn't it? Did I see the lightning hit the water?
Well, exit the water, more or less, but yes.
Oh, okay, so it exited the water. It must have grounded somewhere. Anyway,
The pond suddenly became quite electrified.
yeah.
And
Does it
Shardak-
still appear electrified?
Huh?
Does it still appear electrified? Like, do I see crackling?
No.
During my round, do I see the crackling of the electricity still?
No.
Okay.
Genius.
I'm going to guess that shooting arrows into the water isn't going to have much of an effect.
Seems like a safe bet.
Unless he gets out of the water, I'm going to have to jump in, and I'm pulling out my rapier.
Fucking A.
How much distance can I get?
It would take you almost your entire moment to get to the water's edge, so you can get just into the water's edge.
Okay,
Just
and
get in there.
Can I do bonus action?
Bow, put your bow up. You know, you're.
Yeah, I figure that's the. Oh God, yeah.
Drop it then. Drop your bow.
Yeah, I'm actually fine with dropping the bow out just outside the room because I'm probably not even going to use it in this anymore.
And why get it wet?
Yes, thank you. Well, it's going to get wet over there in the slimy mud, but it won't be soaked.
Comes running into the room, dropping his short bow, pulling out his rapier, running up to the puddle and jumping in.
Jumping in, is it possible for me to dash with my bonus action get to that creature? Well, I didn't see the creature, but
as you enter the water and get your head under, then yes, you'll be able to see it then.
Yeah, I want to
dive down
and stab him with my rapier.
All right, go for it.
Not exactly a sneak attack, but
no, but still,
yeah. Yeah. 22?
That will hit.
And 1d8 plus 4.
4.
Yeah, I think this is the, 8 damage.
Mm-hmm. Shark, that's pretty much your bonus action, your action, item interaction.
Yeah, that's it for the...
Yeah. You used everything. Shardak. You're up.
How far away is this thing swimming up towards
I'd say it's another 10 feet down below you.
Oh. And how deep am I from the surface?
Say 5 feet.
5 feet?
You don't that quickly. Yeah. Especially not considering you're not wearing armor or anything. You don't.
No. Okay, so that would be. Wait. He's 10 feet down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should move and attack him.
But just as you're swimming or whatever, with your great axe, you can tell that swinging it underwater is not going to be nearly as effective.
Okay. Kind of what I thought. Still raging as long as I can. Maybe I'll take some damage this round. But I'm gonna go to the surface and climb out and warn my companions. Another one comes up from the depths.
Yeah, that'll be pretty much your movement.
Pardon me?
That would be your movement, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a ready action just at the edge of the pool. If he comes.
Anything comes up within reach, whack it
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, tricks.
And my rage would drop.
No, you got damage. You're still good.
So I'm right at the edge of the pool here. Can I see this creature, whatever it is?
Looking down, give me a perception check for free.
22.
Yeah, you can see it. Seems to be pool seems to be quite deep. A little murky, but you managed to make out the movement.
How large is it? Did you say it was more than 500 pounds?
It is probably not 500 pounds, but it's close.
You make a Constitution saving throw, 15.
I can. Let me see here. That's going to be a big fail unless this thing has a +9 Constitution modifier. It does not.
Okay, so I raise my staff and I speak the incantations, and I levitate this thing up out of the water.
As you have it, as it expands and breaks the water surface, you can see it wriggling and shining. It is quite
Sorry, you're breaking up.
snake-like thing with an elephantine face. It is a giant electric eel.
Oh, man.
Sparks are flying off of its body.
Can
All right, well,
Yep, if you were holding your arrow
so have at it, boys.
to shoot at it.
Okay. Let's see here. First one is probably a miss. That was an 11.
Yeah, that will miss. Reaction only one attack.
Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, no problem.
And I'm going to call it, it's still, since it's not sideways, it's still in the middle of it, just out of reach from you standing on the water's edge, Shardak. Sorry.
Yeah, I backward.
That's pretty handy, though, man. Freaking, yeah. I was going to kill the little halfling down there, but no.
No, you weren't.
I'm not. All right. So, it is now its turn. Let me see here. Does this lightning bolt recharge? It does not. So that's really put a damper on what it can do.
The only way it can move is by pushing off of something.
And I'm assuming you raised it up high enough to where it can't really push off of nothing, right?
Yeah, I can lift it up 20 feet per turn. So I lifted it out of the water.
Oh, so he's still touching the water?
No, like how far down? You said he was what, 10 feet down? So he's 10 feet above the water.
And his thing didn't recharge, so yeah. Okay, I know what he's doing. He's squirming. Loading Hunter, you're up.
Lone Hunter is going to take 2 shots at him.
Not at disadvantage.
Wh-
He's dodging.
Why disadvantage?
He's dodging. That's what he did. He took dodge action.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. That's all.
What else is he doing?
All right.
Just curious, does the dodge action apply to all actions of attack that try to target him that round?
Involves an attack.
Okay.
All right. Lone Hunter misses with both.
He's sitting there doing a freaking Matrix thing. Floating in midair. Just a little bit. The ceiling's not, like I said, it was stated only 20 feet above, so he's just barely below the ceiling, just barely above the water's edge, just floating there, wriggling. Anything else for you?
No, right now, yeah, he's going to stay on the edge of the water where he's not touching the water. Just missing. He'll say, "Oh, drats!"
Rick Rose, you're up.
I'm 10 feet below the water.
Yep.
It's out of my reach if I breach the water's surface, right? Because the blade's only like 5 feet long, and yeah, it's not a reach weapon. I'm going to breach diagonally try to get towards shore, look for where the doorway is that we entered from, and dash towards there to get my bow.
All right. So pretty much everything you did last round, the opposite.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have an action to hide with?
Yeah, sure. Instead of taking the attack action with your bow, you can take the hide action.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna take the hide action. Pick my bow up next round.
Okie dokie there,
28.
All right. Shardak.
Luck of the halfling.
Okay. I am gonna leap off of the ledge of this pool again at her, like the Macho Man Randy Savage leaping off of a turnbuckle,
Go for
and swinging my great axe over my head. And I'm gonna reckless, so I'm gonna counteract the dodge that way.
it. Be a straight roll then.
And what the heck? I'm a great weapon master.
That might as well, right?
I rolled a 19.
That'll hit.
There. 11 plus 17 is 28.
Wow. He's still alive.
And I still have one more attack if you'll allow me both attacks, or
Yeah, I might as well.
yeah, I don't know, I can't find it now. Second attack. Oh, I only rolled a 6, so I missed totally completely as I'm like sinking into the water.
And go splashing.
Yeah. And that's what I do. And if I have some movement, I'll start swimming out to the edge again.
Okay, yeah. You would have the movement to do that.
Yeah.
Especially 40 feet being a barbarian. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tricks.
Okay. I don't want to blow all those magic missile charges, so I'll just blast a few. Does he still have the dodge?
He does.
All right, that's still a 22. I assume that's good.
Oh, yeah, with disadvantage, that will hit.
Yep. Well, 15 and a 17.
Hey,
It's 13 damage.
there you go. Would you like to describe your kill of the giant electric eel?
Giant electric eel. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, I've got him up with my staff, I'm lifting him, and then I just kind of twirl him around a few times with my staff, and he's just kind of spinning, and I just blast a firebolt right in the middle like a bullseye.
Judge me by my size, do you? Sorry, that needed a Star Wars reference of lifting the guy up. And do you maintain concentration, or is he just sitting there dead, hanging in air?
Oh, I'm fully impressed with myself. He'll stay there until I have some reason not to keep him up in the air. I'm sort of skywriting with him. Because I can't move him anywhere. I can just go up and down.
Yeah. Dip him in there, bring him back up, dip him in there.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if I can move him. The wording's kind of weird.
Yeah, you can move him up and down.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I can move him like horizontally.
No, you cannot.
Again, so I can see. Yep.
What would you all like to do now? You are now out of initiative.
All right. Lone Hunter will walk down into the pool and search the bottom of the pool.
You'll dive in?
For his arrow. What?
You'll dive into the pool?
Say again?
You'll dive into the pool?
No, I'll walk. I got to change shirt. I'll just walk. And hopefully that'll hold me down, and I'll walk around for the arrows. 3 arrows I missed. Hopefully find them there, and
I think it's pretty deep, isn't it?
That's all right.
Deep.
He'll walk the bottom and search and see what the bottom looks like.
Mhm.
He has a necklace of adaptation, so
Oh, well, there you go.
All right. At the deepest part of the pool is a grotto hidden behind a bed of kelp. In it, you'll find 6 golden statuettes, little small figurines of marine animals like crab, shrimp, a flounder, uh, octopus, each of them worth 50 gold pieces, and a golden mask worth 250 gold pieces. Also lining the catch are 2 crystal scroll cases worth 25 gold pieces apiece, and a silver idol worth 15 gold pieces, which is actually a bottle holding a potion of claymore. Wow. There's a liquid inside the silver idol, and there's a pair of silk gloves. It seems to be a little weird that silk gloves are surviving here underneath this water. And that is what you find down there.
all right. And what Lone Hunter will do is he'll go ahead and pack up or carry up as much as he can of what he found.
Yeah, you. I mean,
And-
as long as you have a sack or something to stick stuff in, yeah, you can bring it up.
Okay. And he'll put on the gloves for just sake of ease. He'll put those on, even though he doesn't really think they're much of anything of his style, because they're silky.
But they seem to fit. I mean, when you're first trying, you're like, oh man, I'm going to have to really stretch my fingers into your big fat Goliath fingers into these gloves, but they fit like a glove.
Does he find his 3 arrows?
Yes.
Okay. I find those, so I got those back. All right. And he'll bring this on up and show the party and let them know what he's found.
Jim will be like, oh, those statues are fascinating. Yes, this is definitely Ullman craftsmanship here. You can see how exquisite they are. And he's really great about the scroll cases, and he cracks one open, and he's disappointed as he looks inside, like, oh dear, the water has destroyed the contents of these scroll cases, but the artwork, and even in the case itself, is quite nifty.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Quite exciting. May I hold on to those?
Well, yes, if you wish.
Just wish to examine them.
Okay, yes, here you go, and he'll hand them over to you.
So they were crystal?
Yes.
Okay. So they're pretty sweet looking. All right.
Fancy for a fancy cat.
I'll be sure to do some drawings of the idols. Take a closer look at them, see if there's any writing or markings on them, or whether there seems to be anything unusual about them.
The idols you look, and the craftsmanship is quite excellent. They are, after a little careful and just picking them up with the weight, you can tell that they're not solid gold, but gold plated. Hence, they're only worth 25 gold pieces instead of much more. But they're just of various and sundry sea creatures. Excellent craftsmanship.
Okay, and let's have a look at those gloves.
Yeah. He'll go ahead and take them off and let you look at them.
If you can.
Well, that's another that is a possibility, but it's the only thing that made sense for him when he's looking for space to bring stuff out. So
If it don't fit, you must equip.
that's right. Do it, OJ. But yeah, he'll try to take them off and.
And they come off quite easily. And the tabaxi, you want to put it on there, Meowtrix?
Well, we'll do a little detect magic on those there. I mean, I'm sure they are. I guess I would probably just assume they were. I don't know.
Okay, say you do the ritual detect magic.
Yeah.
And it glows. It glows. As does the silver idol. And it's not necessarily the silver idol, but glowing coming from inside of it.
For the liquid?
Yes.
Okay. Can I, does the idol open up easily, or is it?
Yeah. You can find,
okay.
Say, a twist top on the head.
Okay. Can I... Yeah, now I'm confused. Can I take a sip of that and figure out what it is?
Yeah, that's how it works in 5.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, you sip it, and you feel like you can see hundreds and hundreds of feet, miles away from very distance. You suddenly just get an illusion of seeing into the jungle a long way. And you're like, oh my, if I were to drink this whole potion, I would have clairvoyance.
Fantastic. This potion gives you sight beyond sight, gentlemen.
You don't say. Wow! What would a beastie as that be doing with such as this?
And then, so on the gloves, we want to, I'll just confer with the gentleman now. Now, I do have the means by which to identify these gloves. Shall we use them?
Well,
or perhaps someone just wear them and we'll find out.
Well, I'd rather identify them and find out their true nature as soon as possible because I'm in poison mist.
Well, I'd put them on and wear them as far as that, but they're kind of fancy. But I do it if it's best for the group.
I just checked my phone, and there's an ESPN alert that number 17 Louisville is playing. Louisville 17. For the love of God, how are they ranked? How are they even having a game anymore? Yo, NCAA, please, death penalty already. Throw some balls, NCAA.
But Lone Hunter will ask, how long would it take you to identify them?
Oh, but a moment. And I pull out the scroll.
Then whatever, like the child says, whichever's faster.
Yeah, okay, I'll use the scroll. I unfurl the scroll and speak the words of power.
They are gloves of missile snaring.
Ooh.
And Illinois Jim will be like, oh, yeah, this is... I can almost feel like any moment now I'm going to take damage. It's getting near.
We must find the source, gentlemen, of this mist. That
Agreed.
or find safe haven.
I have a safe haven for a little while if we need it, Lone Hunter will say.
Go on.
You have a rope?
I have a rope from my Dungeoneer's pack. Here.
And he'll say, can you climb?
Still have 2 working arms, yes.
Okay. Can I use this rope?
Can you?
Yeah, can I?
I don't know. Can you?
Okay. Go ahead. Thanks, child. You're a good laddie. And he'll take it and he'll mumble some words over it and like that. And he'll have it, he'll put it out over the water, just about 5 foot in. He'll have it go up just 30 feet. And he'll say, right up here, we'll be good for about an hour. And he'll start climbing on up, and you'll see him disappear.
The ceiling's only 20 foot high.
All right.
Close enough.
And
I
20
got it.
foot. And he'll look on down, and you'll see his arm come there and say, come on, come on.
I'll climb up I'll jump for the rope, and then climb up it above the water, looking down into. God only knows where I'm at now.
Describe it. It is yours. It can look like whatever you want inside.
I just shrug and I'll follow him up.
Yeah, I'll dump.
Like, I haven't climbed this since gym class in 7th grade.
Well, Jim, you be the last one. Tie the rope around your waist, and we'll pull you up.
Oh, that sounds just as unnerving, actually. But yes, okay. I shall do such.
Now you can reference the Xanathar's Guide to Everything, the rope time rules.
I've got it. I just have not actually even opened Xanathar's yet. But yeah, I was I mentioned it before, I'm highly interested in the rope tying rules that they have in there.
I'm with you. That's one of the pluses that I think they have in there. Some of those things for the players and DMs.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy the whole book, and not even like the subclasses, just all the extra shit, all the stuff that like interacting with the world, right? Whether it be with tools or I like it.
Have you looked at quite a bit of it so far?
My tabletop game played last Thursday, and I got it like right before we went. So we actually spent the whole session kind of seeing how they applied to everybody's characters and stuff.
Okay.
Like as far as like tools and even like I let them use the racial feats when they were in Unearthed. So we just upgraded them, made sure that they were upgraded to them. And I gave out, just for the hell of it, some minor magic items.
Oh yeah, they have I heard they have those that are just like.
Yeah. Well, here I gave because I'm doing the bad thing. I'm DMing and running a character. Right?
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, but I said everybody can pick like 2 minors, like just pick 2 minors, right? Because they're like 6th level, they had no magic, and we're looking for connections to buy magic items for a long time, and that's procrastinating. But this book goes through it, so. And by 6th level, a party should have like 28 minor magic items. But a lot of them are consumable, right?
Yeah.
Get behind me, Satan.
But so anyways, the 2 magic items I picked were a Helm of Dread, which when you don it, your eyes glow.
Okay.
Period. Like that's it.
That's all? Uh-huh.
And Cloak of Billowing. As a bonus action, I can make my cloak billow in magical wind.
That reminds me, back in the day, when we had cloaks, that's what it would do. It would billow behind you as you were walking, no matter what the wind conditions or whatever. It was always that perfect cloak billowing thing. Was
Yeah.
charisma.
Yeah, there's some really neat magic items. Like there's an amulet, and it's basically created from the gears from the plane of Mechanus. And once a day, it allows you to like basically roll a 10 once a day.
Eat enough beans, you can make any cloak billow.
Oh yeah.
Are we short resting while in this?
I'm kind of assuming that you all
That's
want...
the intent. That's
Yes, please.
Yes,
That's
I'm going
my
to roll
attempt.
my die then.
Yes. Y'all may short rest. And because you're in the rope trick, I'll say that the extra dimensional space has its own oxygen and is not necessarily affected by the poison, so you won't automatically get the poison damage via short rest. And anything else, like I believe that you could Meowtrix institute the arcane recovery and get what, 3 spell levels back? But
Yeah, 3, because that's one of the couple things that's round up.
I think the only thing rounded up. I don't know.
Well, that and the number of hit dice you recover for a long rest.
Oh, that's rounded up as well?
Yeah. Because the first level you get one.
but it gives me a chance to tune to Shatter Spike.
All right, you are tuning to Shatter Spike. Who is wearing the glove?
Right now, I don't know if anybody is wearing them. We had them identified, and that's about it.
I was kind of assuming Rick Rose, but that was just me.
What do? They just seize arrows from there if they're shot at me?
More or less reaction. You can do something. I haven't looked up gloves and missile staring.
The gloves seem to almost meld into your hands, and when you don them, and when ranged weapon attacks hit you while wearing them, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus Dex mod, provided that you have a free hand. If you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile if it is small enough for you and hold it in your hand.
So it's just the monk ability then.
Basically.
Yeah.
Can you throw it back or not?
It didn't say, it doesn't say that in the
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that I catch it and I can use it, but just a quick question then. During my reaction phase, can I hold a bow one-handed?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's all I wanted to ask, because otherwise it's not much use to me if it's counting always as two-handed.
You only use 2 hands when you're firing it.
Yeah.
Same
So I'll
thing.
wear
Using the great axe, that would count as you only need 2 hands to attack it. You can hold it in 1 hand.
Yeah.
That's been sage advice to crap for EK's Eldritch Knights. 2-handed swords, having a free hand to still cast spells. They can hold it in 1 hand.
Yeah. Love sage advice. Some of the stuff is stupid that people ask, but
You can say that again. I heard somebody, I can't remember what it was, but I was like, that is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would you ask that?
I mean, it's pretty cut and dry right from the PHB, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Learn to read. You got the world by the tail.
Damn.
So am I attuning?
We're not too PC here. You should have heard us the one session where all we did was talk. You got Mr. Independent Conservative me with liberal Rick Ross.
Liberal? I'm actually a technocratic socialist.
Liberal, progressive,
No.
socialist.
No, liberals are actually capitalists.
Well, some. I mean,
When you actually like when you encounter, that's a major disagreement. That's why much of the left doesn't like the Democratic Party. It's because of how capitalist it is.
No, because they're not
Democrats are extremely.
democratic. They're liberal progressives and subverting. And there again, we digress. Let's play. I know where you'll take me with this one.
Dude, I thought
I'm an old man with old ways.
Anyway, continue. Rick Rose, are you the one doing the glove now?
Yes, I figured so. If everybody else is okay with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's I assume
10 plus dex mod. At the same time, the mechanically you already have the uncanny dodge, so
Yeah, it makes it where I get a free arrow to shoot back at someone. Or I catch their javelin or whatever, and I can toss it on the ground.
On your turn, throw it right back at them.
Yeah, something like that. That's if I'm visible.
Unless it's a boulder, they're throwing a boulder at you, you're not catching that. Oh yeah, did I not mention there's stone giants down here?
All right.
Okay, so you all short rest. You've
All right.
You've done your arcane recovery. You fall out of the rope trip into the pool.
All right.
Now what? There's a door to the east, double doors to the east with a sun symbol on it. On the other side of this pool, you'll have to swim up to it. And then on the southern wall, there is a single door.
You muted Meow Mix.
Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about the idea of swimming.
You don't say. Pushes him into the water.
When the short rest ends, and that's when the rope trick by definition ends, and you plummet into the water.
You're dumped into the water.
It's going to be an awkward moment when I have to clean myself now.
Or you can be like the filthy halfling.
Oh, yeah. So, well, if we're already in the water, I mean, let's go check out the doors at the end of the pool.
All right.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. I'll help you investigate. My investigation score isn't high enough to be the main one, if I can avoid it.
Lone Hunter will walk to the door under the water, up to it. And while he's walking, he's going to be looking up top and watching Fluffy and his hair and fur getting kind of wet and matted. And he's going to say, "Oh, you'll have a good cleaning now."
All right. So is the door at the level of the pool? Like the bottom of the doors is, or is the door like?
The door is partially submerged into the pool, about 3 feet.
Okay. All right. Is the door open in or out? And is there a latch or a handle?
There are 2 handles on either side. It is double doors.
All right. We'll investigate a little bit, see if there's any malfeasance about.
All right. Which one of you two, because I'm assuming Rick Rose would like to help, would like to make the roll with advantage?
Yeah, I'll make the roll. My investigation is
Higher.
if I were to put a number on it.
On a scale of of 1 to 12, it's like an 8.
Yeah, or a 7. So 25.
Okay. Yeah, it
To
would be a 7.
investify. I do have a question
Answer?
about that potion. So when I took that little sip, did I get any idea of where? I assume it's just like the spell. So does it have a center point already?
No, it does not have a central point.
So I just drink it and then choose where the focus point is.
Yes.
Just like I was casting the spell. Okay. Well, should I just use that?
You want to use the
Kind of
potion?
get. Oh, let me see here. Visible within range, and no, I can't. Location familiar to you. Okay.
It's something like if you had little cubs you left behind and you're curious.
Yeah.
Little cubs like you?
Fuzzier, hopefully, and cuter.
All right. So, what do I discern about this door with a 25?
You discern that it is a door.
Yes.
The symbol on it is quite unique. It is more like a sunburst symbol.
Uh-oh.
And
Yeah.
it's associated with them worshiping of the sun over the water. And other than that, you find no distinguishing traps or locks or anything.
I'll turn to Lone Hunter. This, sir, is a door. These handles are used to open it. And this large flaming ball of fire in the sky is called the sun.
Yeah. And you don't have the courage to open it. Watch this. I'll show you my people's courage, and he'll go to open it.
Oh, well, I know how to motivate him now.
Alright, you open the door. It is a little difficult to open, but not entirely possible, because there's water on both sides. As you open the doors, because it's just, pulling it through the water.
Yeah.
You see that there's a 10-foot wide corridor heading heading east. I keep forgetting. This map is set with north is the east.
What?
The top of the map. Like
The way they did the
right
compass guide, I think is
Yeah.
what he's saying.
The compass is the top of the page is east. The bottom of the page is west.
Okay.
So it's just a little backwards when you're looking
Wait,
at it.
you guys opened the door?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just figuring they would require some like a strength check because 3 feet of water are going to make it a pain in the ass to open.
Yeah, it is a pain in the ass to open, but
But I'm a Goliath. I can move, drag, shove things that are one size
There's water
larger
on
than me.
the other side of it too. Yes, it is a pain in the ass, but it is. There's no pressure seal or anything. It's just. It's like
And
it's difficult, but it's cool.
when Lone Hunter gets done with that, he's going to lick his finger and say, "That's one for me." Back at the kitty.
I laugh at the fact that he's licking his finger while it's soaking wet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I'm just going to laugh and think about, here's hoping some parasites get you.
It heads east 30 feet and then veers left, which would be to the north. The whole way is flooded 3 feet deep of cold water. And the
Is
bottom
it?
is quite slippery. Moving across is extremely difficult terrain.
Is
Costing
it
3 feet
dark?
for every 1 foot traveled. You are sloshing through this very slippery. Assuming nobody's dashing, because that's just ill-advised if you're not.
I'm not dashing unless I sense danger.
Now, Lone Hunter is using his natural explorer ability with the difficult terrain aspect.
It definitely fits with your urban bounty hunter because you got to think sewers and shit.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good stinky sewer to have a black pudding rise to help you get your quarry.
Don't give the DM ideas.
And okay, so it'll head, and then it turns to the west and goes up some stairs, getting out of the water as it heads to the north. And then another 20 feet at the top of the stairs, there will be more double doors.
Oh man, how you doing? Lone Hunter will ask. You keeping up all right? Fluffy here, if nothing else. He's good at licking his coat and keeping them clean. He'll help you out.
In the interim, I've probably been climbing up the back of Lone Hunter without him even noticing.
Give me a stealth check.
That'd be sleight of hand, maybe.
Doesn't matter. Same plus there. So, well, fuck me. I got a horrible roll there.
That's all
Who
right.
knows?
My perception wasn't all that great either. It was
Yeah,
only,
I got 11. I rolled a 2 and then got.
all right, I got a 12 perception.
Well, you did notice he's crawling on you. He's climbing up out of you, trying to get out of the water. 3 feet tall water is for a halfling. It's fucking chin deep.
Okay, kid, no problem. We got you covered. Just make sure you keep an eye on the old man. He's our money ticket.
Oh, this water is so cold. And
Don't worry, we'll get you out quickly.
It's still horrible. Just FYI, still misty.
I was going to just ask that.
Still misty.
Yeah, but at least he had an hour break from it.
Oh, this water, I'm soaked to the bone. Oh, starting to shiver and freeze. Oh, this is miserable down here. Why did I ever leave the university?
I bet you regret offering that contract now, don't you?
But what about these idols? And these beautiful scroll cases and such?
Oh, those are quite lovely. As soon as we get back to my domain, I will pay you handsomely for those. Up to 25 gold pieces for each statuette.
Oh, hell no. They're near and dear to my heart. Those are trophies. Now, I can't sell them lightly. But we'll talk of this later.
Okay. Yes, we'll discuss this later when we're warm and well fed and able to breathe.
Oh, the breathe isn't a problem. Why are you having a hard time breathing, you old man?
Because this mist is a putrid foulness, a concoction of horribleness.
Do you have an old rag?
Oh, what a wonderful idea. And he'll take a kerchief out and dip it into the water.
Tie it around your mouth and nose.
And cover his face with it.
At least it'll keep you quiet.
It helps somewhat, but still.
And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I've got a kerchief too around my neck.
God, this is just making me think that everybody's just volunteering to be waterboarded.
Well, actually, I'm just wondering if I should just do the old movie thing and urinate on it.
Hey, either way you get it wet, it works.
It is sanitary. I mean, it's not sanitary, it's sterile.
In the meantime, Meowtrix is just checking out this door, but like rolling his eyes and shaking his head, listening to these idiots chit chat.
So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to help him inspect that door.
All right, roll it with advantage, and just FYI, Illinois Jim will look at you and be like, "Oh, you must be just as miserable as me, as wet cat rummaging through this cold water."
Oh, I wasn't muted. Yes, well, perhaps once we get in a corner, I can perhaps have a bit of privacy to perform certain functions that are necessary.
We find a good inn.
Perhaps I could borrow your rope. Maybe take a quick powder.
We find a good inn, you can have that done for you for a great price.
I'll be sure to give you a good Yelp review.
Woohoo!
So that's a 18 on the door.
Alright, you find no distinguishing traps, nor does it appear to be locked.
Okay, well, go ahead and give her a pull or push or whatever it says on the door.
Every door will pretty much open to you, since it's
Okay.
been stipulated that a couple of them do so far.
Okay.
So keep that going.
So we'll crack that door open.
Alright.
Take a
This
peek.
hallway is 20 feet wide and has piles of rubble and debris scattered along its length. It's actually quite long. It's FYI. I'm assuming, dark vision of best 90 feet for the Goliath?
Yeah. Unless you want to play by Xanathar's rules, which would back it down to 60. I'm good either way. Give it the DM's option.
Yeah, let's keep it official at the moment then. It's still even 90 feet. I'm not counting squares, but this corridor or hallway is quite long. Oh, it's also, as soon as you open it, it does not continue. It's west now. So down. If you're looking at the map, it goes down. Which would be west. You were heading left on the page, and it's 20 feet wide and quite far down. You can barely see the end. I'm not counting squares, but it's pretty long down. It has piles of rubble and debris scattered along its length. The walls are covered with frescoes. The south wall, that would be the one on the right side, displays scenes of a battle between the natives and invaders. The north wall, the one on the left side of the page, depicts people questing for new land. Their experiences during the journey include crossing treacherous mountains, sailing over storm-tossed seas, and receiving the guidance of the gods in their battles to keep their home free from invasions. In the center of the wall is a painting of a pyramid with a temple atop it, and the sun shining over the land. Double bronze doors stand in the eastern end of the south wall. The bloody ones you came through. Down the hall to the west is an archway. The left would be the bottom of the page. So barely in anybody's dark vision, or if you walk in a little bit, it will start to come into appear. The west is a low archway carved in the form of a twining serpent. Beyond it, the corridor continues on into shadow.
Load hunters say, be careful. That flying serpent. Didn't we see those on the way? Didn't the old man tell us that some of them are poisonous?
Wait, yes, I did. Some serpents are poisonous, especially those flying ones outside in the jungle. Where did my glasses go?
Was that out of character?
Yes, that was out of character.
Let's be on our most alert position for flying serpents. Anybody have a net so we can capture them?
And it is misty.
So Meowtrix is not paying any attention to any of you at this moment. He's quite excited about all this beautiful work on the walls.
Having fun dancing behind you.
Doing sketches. My tail is like sticking straight up. It's sort of whipping back and forth quickly.
Love your boy. He has almost as much.
I do.
No, I'm saying we do, because he has almost as much enthusiasm as what Meowtrix has. I love him. He's a great kid.
So I'm gonna, after being so excited about this, I want to investigate some. There's like rubble anywhere? Is there like piles of rubble or?
Yes, there's periodically, a little bit of rubble here, a little bit of rubble there.
So it's not like big piles or. I'm just
Uh,
kind of sifting
actually-
through, like kind of kicking pebbles here and there, kicking rocks, seeing what I
it's
can.
more like 3-4 foot high of bricks and mortar rock.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just kind of sifting through with my staff or 10-foot pole, kind of poking and prodding.
Okay.
Lone Hunter will help him turn over bigger pieces if he needs it.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And I'm just mostly standing, taking guard, kind of meandering around the room, making sure nothing comes in after us.
Okay.
I figure I'm sitting on Lone Hunter's shoulders, legs dangling with a short bow drawn.
Okay. As you climb the stairs in that hallway, though, you came out of the water. There is no more water up.
Oh, okay. Then I'll get it back down.
Okay.
But it would be more entertaining to treat him like a mount, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It would be. Master Blaster from Mad Max.
Yes, Thunderdome.
But at the same time, it's still the amber mist is still pervasive in this area. And give me a investigation check then for the searching the rubble.
I'll assist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're all kind of helping each other out here. So.
It's important.
Ooh, that's a 27.
It's important.
You find rocks.
Find rocks?
Yes.
Are they valuable rocks?
No, they are pieces of limestone that have broken apart from possible collapses from the ceiling above.
Okay. Does the ceiling look safe?
No.
Okay. Look to the skies, gentlemen. Perhaps this architecture has not stood the test of time.
Light a match.
Illinois Jim will chime in and be like, well, while it is in not good repair anymore, you must remember this land has been thousands upon thousands of years, probably at the time the first elves appeared, when they built this. I mean, it is a rubble now, but considering how long it has stood for, it was well constructed for its time.
You say that, but those stones can come tumbling down any day now.
Just like the ones that got us into this mess.
Oh, yes, it's not safe anymore, that's for sure. But it was quite well done.
Was, exactly. Perhaps we should make haste, gentlemen.
Well, let me look around. So these frescoes and paintings are quite marvelous.
Well, let us help you. And Lone Wolf will, or Lone Hunter, will go ahead and if he sees anything on the paintings, like the relief that stands out like an embossment, he'll push on it.
As a matter of fact, with your passive perception, finally something that your passive perception will notice. As you're looking at the painting of the pyramid with the sun is not part of the painting, but is actually a panel that sticks out from it. As you take it, you push it, you will notice that you'll have to, well, actually you won't have to, but you just have to reach up a little bit and you can pull it out of the way, and there's a secret passage behind there. And it's 8 feet above the floor level. But there's a secret passage up there, and as you're actually pulling it, you hear some clicking noises coming from the far western end, the very far end of it, where the the twining serpents around that archway, you hear some clicking noises coming from that area.
Evasion.
You don't have evasion yet, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I know. I'm just fucking.
I got it. Yeah, you find a secret door, and doing so, you kind of hear some clicking noises.
Clicking
Did you hear
noises
that?
from the end of the room that we're in.
Yes,
Okay.
beyond
Now-
the archway with the twining serpents.
And that's like way far away from us, or?
It's about half the way across the room, so say almost 40, 50 feet.
Okay. Well, we don't see anything.
No.
Clicking noises, like a mechanical clicking, or like
Mechanical metal.
lobster claws clicking.
Mechanical metal.
It's all safe. Don't worry about it, Fluffy. Let's go.
I feel like maybe I should be ducking down. As low profile.
Perhaps we should. I'm gonna. How far is it? I'm gonna hop up into that hole.
It's 8 feet above the floor. So
Yeah.
I'm
Lone
assuming
Hunter
both
help.
are pretty good jumpers. I haven't.
Yeah. Well, I have a 20. I have a climbing speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
My cat, like if I had a house cat, can jump up 8 feet
Yeah.
off there. So yeah,
Yeah, I should be able to make
Yeah,
8 feet as a thief.
yeah,
It's exactly just like an actual cat, where I just like hear the noise and I just immediately just like dart up into the hole. Just like jump straight up into the air, arch my back, and grab onto the edge.
One of our male cats, he can literally almost do it. I got a 10-foot ceiling. He's a couple times when the dogs have come on in racing, he jumped almost 8 feet.
How good is your dark vision?
Mine is whatever you decide it is, whether 60 or 90.
See, I was asking the Meowtrix.
Oh,
60.
my bad.
Okay. Jumping into the hole, you can see that it's beyond the sun. It opens up into a 10-foot wide corridor, and it seems to go past your dark vision. But you can tell about halfway through, heading to the top of the page, aka east, there seems to be a split hole, along with continuing north, aka to the left of the page. And you'd like to climb in?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we all getting up there? I
Be
figure
in that room. Any
the
more
8-foot
feeling.
alcove or whatever.
Oh yeah, well it's a secret passage. It continues on.
Oh, okay. How the hell did we even find a secret passage that's 8 foot up high?
Lone Hunter turns around to you and says, "That's number 2." He licks his fingers.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck someone would build it.
Because Lone Hunter number 2 was curious. Number 2.
Because at some point here, there's going to be a need to be 8 feet in the above the floor. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up there. I've got a climbing speed that matches my other speed, so I get up there should be easily. If not, I can do a running jump.
Maltrix is impressed with your climbing.
Almost cat-like.
Almost. I actually knew a cat burglar once.
Until the guillotine got him.
You knew my brother.
I love this group.
So everyone's getting up there? I can't exactly help because I ain't gonna lift no 340 fucking pounds. This is tiny ass ass. Like,
Illinois Jim will be like, I may need some assistance.
Well, Lone Hunter will help all that.
Hand up,
Yeah.
pull me.
worst case, I can hammer a pitton and tie a rope to it and then climb up the rope.
Say, feet, just give the guy a hand.
They got to get up to give him a hand. I am too small. I cannot lift.
Oh, I'm not
Bone
saying
Hunter will help all.
I don't know how strong the cat folk is, but yeah, one bounce, you see, not a problem. You may not be able to jump it, but you'll shimmy up there without a problem. Lone Hunter, 8 feet tall. He's already there. He's his head's about that high.
Small chin up.
Yeah.
That's why I say he can help all. I'm up into it. Bring him up to his
Shardak, not a
pop.
problem also, I mean, he may have to reach up, but he can then pull himself because he's a fucking brute.
Well, then we're all up there then.
Somebody gives Illinois Jim a hand, and it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
You all made it pretty far so far today. I did not expect to get this far.
I know.
I want to shut off this damn mist.
It is still misty.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to blow up the temple complex. I think. Collapse it all.
Y'all proceed to go a little far. Then, as you're leaving this area, Illinois Jim will be like, "Whoa, wait! The other side of this sun disk that you moved is carved into the relief of an Olman warrior with a shield and spear, and carved underneath it an Olman script. He says that says, 'Go back.' So fascinating that if you're here up in this area, you have a secret door carved into with the shield, and you can exit that way. And messing around with it, he'll find you pull the shield, the spear, then it clips open and closed. Oh, that's how it works. And there's a warning there telling you to go back. And on the other side, it is the sunset. These people were quite fascinating. Oh, such detail they put in covering the secret door from both sides. And the script warning when to turn around so that they wouldn't search for a secret door here. Oh, quite marvelous.
Lone Hunter will scratch his head and say, "You befuddle me, old man."
I am glad
Definitely,
he can find enjoyment out of our misfortune.
I would say they had
for traps.
I would say they had an odd sense of interior decoration, but yes, quite interesting.
So the 10-foot wide corridor continues north, aka left of the page, for about 25 feet, and then continues on forward, or a 5-foot corridor branching to the east and or top of the page. And you can see it just goes for about 20 feet, and then it curves back the way it came. Curves back to the south, which would be to the right of the page. That's a little 5-foot corridor you see going to the top.
This is a tight fit, Lone Hunter will say. Tight quarters. I hope it don't get any smaller.
Say, real quick, how long are we planning on going tonight?
I'm just kind of any moment now-ish.
If you guys want to wrap it up, it's fine with me.
I'm good with the group.
It's whatever the DM decides ultimately, right?
What?
Oh, I mean, this beginning and quitting is kind of a group thing.
Well, sometime soon would work for me, just because I gotta watch Caddyshack with my kids.
Caddyshack. All right. A true lover, a true comedy.
Oh, one of the finest films ever made.
So bloody wrong. I'm all right. Nobody cares about me.
Nobody beats the golfer doing the little
no.
big jigs with that.
We're gonna have to kill all the golfers. We can
That
do that. We don't even need a reason.
was a good impersonation. All right, and I will go ahead and we'll call it for the day. We'll pick
Cool.
up next week. Is everybody okay with that?
I'm sweet with them.
Next, I'm gonna be in Vegas Sunday. Leaving Sunday. I'm not coming back till like Wednesday.
Okay. Put down 14 black for me.
Well, I don't gamble, but my wife will take care of that for you.
What level do